Hi everyone, myself Ayush and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to learn about what is masking and how you're going to perform masking in CSS by using just 3 lines of code. So basically what is masking? Masking is a technique of setting a background image to a specific text just to make it more attractive. Let's say you are having a website. Your website is containing a lot of text. Now instead of making your website boring, the user comes in, he reads your data and then exits your website. You can eventually make it more attractive by using a masking. You can just mask a specific background image to your text just to make it more attractive. Now, let's start up with the basic boilerplate. As you all know, we need a basic boilerplate just to create the website. Now, in the title, I can just write here masking in CSS. Now, after that, we can have a div container here with a class of container. And we are going to have an h4 tag here, which is going to contain our text. So we are going to say this is masking. Now, that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here in this head tag and create a style tag. Now the first thing is I'm going to set the body's overflow to hidden because sometimes due to size issues we are going to have overflows in the website. So we are going to set it to hidden. Now after that we are going to open up the container here. So in the container what I want is the container to cover the entire screen. So I'm going to write here height to be 100 dvh and the width of this container to be 100 vw. Now you can see that it's just covering the entire screen. Now after that we are going to say display flex and then align item center and justify content center. Some basic stuff just to make your text and your data basically aligned on the center of the screen. Now you can see that we're having the container having some basic stylings in it. Now what I can do is I can use this h4 tag just to increase the font size, font families, and all other things related to text. Now I'm going to go here and say dot container h4, and I'm going to set here the font size to be 30 pixels just to make it more visible. And after that, font family to be a Gill Sans. Basically I use Gill Sans quite times because I really don't want to just explore a lot of fonts and go to Google Fonts again and again on every project. So if you also want to just create a local project just for fun, you can just use Gill Sans, and in case of serious project you can surely go to Google Fonts and search for a lot of fonts. You can just import it by using @import, and that's all. So you can see that we're having a font size, font family. Now let's see the output. Click on this go live. Now you'll see it's going to just simply start it here. Now you can see we are having this is masking on the center of the screen, as you all know, and the container is covering the entire screen. If I just hover up on to the container, you can see it's just covering the entire screen. Now what I can do is you can see that we're having some padding and margins as a default. So we can just remove that by going to the body and saying padding 0 and margin 0. Now, now at this point, I can eventually remove this overflow hidden as well, because now you'll observe that now we're having no overflows here due to size issues, and there is no extra padding or margins. Now let's start up with the masking technique. Now, as I have told you that what is masking is basically just to set the background of a text as an image. Now you can see I'm having an image bg.jpg, and this image I'm going to show you how you can just set this image to the background of the text. Now to do so you need to go to the h4 tag once again, and here you need to write background image as a URL and bg.jpg. Just save it and go back to the website. Now you can see that we're having that image at the back of this text, but you know what, we want it on the text, right? So for doing that you need to go here and just write two more lines of code, that is the background clip. So we are going to set the background clip to text, and after that the color of this text will be transparent, because if there is some black color of this text we are not going to see the image, right? So let's set the color to the transparent. Now if you go back you can see, boom, we are having the image on this text. Now what I can do is I can just increase the size so that it might be visible, the entire image might be visible to you all. Not exactly right now as well. Basically what I can do is, now you can see that there is some issue with this text. The issue is that we are only able to see the sky part, right? It's not taking up the entire image. So to fix that, let's go back to the code and let's write here background repeat, no repeat. So what happens that basically when we used to set background text, background image especially, what happens that it's used to set the backgrounds again and again 2 to 3 times, multiple times. So we are going to set it to background repeat, no repeat. And after that, we are going to set the background size. Basically, the size of the background should be covered. Cover basically means to just cover up the entire size of the text, right? And after that, we are going to have the background attachment fixed. Basically, it's going to be attached to our text. It's not going to be like the sky comes, the land comes, something like that. It's going to be centered, okay? So I'm going to save this all code and I'm going to come back. Now you can see that, boom, the center of the screen. Now, if you just observe this image, we are having this part here, this part as in the center of this image. So the same part is coming here as well, right? So that's all that we wanted. Now, this was the task that we had to done in today's video, the clipping, sorry, the masking of the text, right? And what I can do is, because you can see that there is some light part here, so I can just set the background to something dark blue to just show you how cool it is. So let's say blue, and let's say some dark blue color here, and come back. Now you can see it's looking too good, right? Too good. Now, this is how you can do masking in CSS by using just 3 lines of code and some additional fittings of the background and the font sizes and as well as the font family. So yeah, that's all for today's video. Meet you in the next video. Till then, see you.